Hi, I'm here as your grand poobah, and we have the Orbot manager. We're here to give you 4 Big Burn schools to help you prepare for this incredible adventure. We have How Not to Die, Costumes and Non-Stumes, More Camp Info, and Leave No Trace. So over the course of these 4 information sessions, you'll be ready to go to Burning Man. All right, today we're going to start the orientation with Let's Get Orientated. The history.
A Burning Man. In June 21st, 1986, a bunch of people decided to go burn a man on a beach. There were 35 burners to begin with, but that grew very quickly to 80, and then 5,000, continuing on to 10,000, 50,000, 70,000, and now this year there might be 80,000.
Imagine 230 Orboters going out to this incredible city out in the desert on the playa with 70,000 burners. Who actually owns the land out there?
The Bureau of Land Management. It's federal land.
So what exactly are the 10 principles of Burning Man?
Well, let's go through them. This represents the ethos and culture of this event, and hopefully you'll take some of this back out with you into your lives beyond.
Who is this guy?
This is Larry Harvey.
Larry Harvey started this entire thing with a few friends on a San Francisco beach.
One of the first things we'll talk about is radical inclusion. That means that everybody is participatory and everybody is involved. We want to make sure that everybody feels included in this great event.
Gifting. The idea that no money is exchanged out on the playa. You actually give of yourself and of your happiness to others, and they in turn give their happiness to you.
Decommodification. This means no big brands, no commercial advertising, nothing that will reap a profit out of Burning Man.
So not the Oakley sun visor that I'm wearing right now?
No, Kai. You'll need to cover that up with duct tape.
Gotcha. Radical self-reliance. And this is where we have to believe in every single one of you to be self-reliant. Because if you're only coming to us to answer all of your questions, we're going to put out our hands and say, talk to the hand because the ears ain't listening. Radical self-expression.
You gotta feel free to express yourself however you see fit.
Communal effort. This is where we all have to work together to make this event eventful.
Civic responsibility. It's up to everybody to participate in making one of the 3rd largest cities in Nevada happen temporarily for 1 week.
And then we have Leave No Trace. This is where we go out there and we leave the playa as we found it. This is especially pertinent for those of you who are going early to build the camp. You will see this incredible natural environment. And that's exactly how the people who actually will help strike the camp should leave it.
Participation. This means that everybody is participating to make this camp happen. Nobody is doing anything for each other in the sense that this is all of us to make this camp happen.
Like we're participating today.
Exactly.
Immediacy. This is something that is about experiencing the nuance, the joy of life, and again, the incredible creativity that happens out there.
And now, the trip.
We're going to go in just 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and have all the chipsters and the lunchsters that have agreed to go on this trip travel to New York City on August 25th. We're going to meet right here in this office in Dumbo at 45 Main Street, and we're going to have a party. It's a Friday bar, but it's on Saturday. Then we're going to tour on the next day, and we're going to take all the chipsters and lunchsters around New York to see the great projects that we're working on, from things like VIA, the 11th Street Towers, Harlem, to the Big U. And then what do we do super early on the 27th?
At 6:30 a.m., you're going to be coming to this office in Dumbo and meeting so that we can all take a flight together.
Ouch, did you say 6:30?
Sharp.
From 6:30, we take a bus from our Dumbo office to the airport where we have a charter flight.
A chartered flight.
Everybody gets on the same flight and it flies to Reno.
From there, we'll take buses.
Remember, no decommodification. No commodification, so it's decommodified. And we'll take a bus out to Burning Man. How long was that trip take from Reno?
It can take anywhere from 3 to 6 hours, depending on the line to get into Burning Man, because everybody will be arriving between Sunday and Monday.
70,000 people arriving to Burning Man at the same time. And then you'll arrive, probably before sunset, out into a camp that has been set up for you by 40 bigsters that have come out there and the staff to create the Orbot camp. And then we're going to enjoy a dinner made by a Michelin star chef, Anders Selmer, and his crew, and we're going to enjoy being out there all together. What will we see?
Well, there's lots of art. That's what keeps me going back every year. The expression of the art changes every year.
You said exactly the same thing yesterday. And there'll be naked people. Maybe, but maybe it's not naked because it's full of mud. We don't know until we're out there.
There's extreme weather. You gotta be prepared for all types of weather. Dust, rainstorms, and more.
Intoxicated people. They may be people who need some help. It is our way of actually thinking about all of us in a buddy sort of way to make sure that we all make it out of this alive.
There's going to be lots and lots of fire. Many structures will burn throughout the week, and just pay attention.
Law enforcement. You remember we told you about the Bureau of Land Management? They're going to be out there.
It's federal land, so just be aware that all the laws still apply.
And then there are also something called Black Rock Rangers. And that's just people policing each other. But it's done in a really wonderful way.
There are emergency services in case you need any help at all. We'll make sure that we've got radios on camp and a medical RV set up to make sure you have everything you need.
We have an RV on the camp that's dedicated for health emergencies. Also, if you feel dehydrated, or you have a sunstroke, or you just feel not so great, you can go into the air-conditioned RV and cool off. Then, in addition to our own first aid kits and sort of first aid possibilities at the camp, there are emergency services throughout Burning Man, and we're going to let you know where those are.
As mentioned, the Black Rock Rangers are there to help.
Clowns? That's because on the last day, we're going to leave the playa on September 2nd, and then we're going to spend one night in Reno where we get to actually stay in a hotel called Circus Circus, take showers, and feel human again.
You'll be departing early, leaving at 9 a.m. to go from Reno back to Newark.
And some of you from London and from Copenhagen are actually going to fly from Reno to Newark, and then you're going to transition in Newark and or JFK to other flights that take you home.
And just to remind you, we have planned to make sure you can make all of your connecting flights.
And now,
The Orb!
the Orb is our art installation that's out on the playa. And this is an amazing thing. It's all about actually the creation of the orb as well. There are 15 of you that are going out there to help install this at the beginning of Burning Man.
It's a huge undertaking, and it will be one of the coolest art pieces out there this year.
Check it out in all its glory. We're hoping that it's placed close to camp so that the commuting from our camp to the art installation is not so big. We all have bicycles, so we're hoping that the art installation's within 20 to 30 minutes on our bikes.
Lots of programming will happen out at the Orb too.
The sunrise and the sunset are two really special times to be there. So sleep during the day, enjoy the night, that's when it's nicest, and really take advantage of dawn and dusk.
And now, the camp at Orbon.
So we have hopefully over the last months informed you about the camp, what kind of sleeping situations there are.
You'll get more information too.
So these are shift pod tents, and you had a choice between a tent or an RV space. The tents are palatial. 2 people are in one tent. Everything here is not in the tent. You do not get a bed, you do not get chairs or tables. You have to bring everything for the tent and pimp it yourself.
Make it yours.
Also, really important, and you're going to be seeing this with every presentation.
You need to make sure you bring a camping mat, sleeping bag, sheets, and a pillow.
And for those of you who are here in New York, you can actually also send them things early. And by August 5th, which is just in a few days, you can actually put in decorations or some of these sleeping garments. So, this was the first of 4 presentations. How Not to Die, Costumes and Not-Stumes, More Camp Info, and Leave No Trace. We'll see you on the backside.